Hey guys, welcome back. It's John again from Infinite Remote Control, and this video is going to be over how to modify your Horizon Hobby mini cars to fit most standard batteries. So basically, I don't really worry all too much about 2-cell lipos because they're not too much fun to drive on. I use these Traxxas lipos and they fit in very nice. They're a little bit tall for the car. And they're a little bit short for the battery tray, actually, really short. As you can see, it'll slide around in the back, so you kind of need to center it. But like I said, since they're a bit tall, the battery strap holds it down real nice in place. But most batteries don't have leads coming out of the center, like the Traxxas batteries. And as you can see, the stock battery has very thin wires, and it doesn't need to worry about a balance lead. But a battery like this Venom, which I use, has very thick wires because it's a LiPo, and it also has to worry about these battery leads. So because of that, you have a nice thick area on the battery. I don't really know what you would call that, but it just prevents this LiPo from fitting in there nicely. So this LiPo is actually the best LiPo, in my opinion, that you can get for the car. You can actually pick them up for $15 on eBay, and they are Venom. So the most obvious way to fit these LiPos in would be to fit them in like this, because, and I'll show you in a second why. Come on. There we go. The most obvious reason is because, as you can see right there, it's cut out versus back here. But since these leads are so thick, it doesn't quite fit in there very nice. And what ends up happening is that the LiPo is pushed all the way to the back like that, and now the front is not actually sitting down inside of the tray, but that is to account for these larger leads. Now they can fit in there. But the LiPo is actually up out of the battery tray box and is rubbing against this drive shaft right in here. It's not so much of a big deal on the Vaterras because they have the longer chassis, but as you can see right here on the Losies, you actually have the drive cup right there that's just going to destroy your LiPo battery. Mine actually did get a couple nicks, but thankfully it didn't go all the way through, and I was able to catch it in time. So basically, now I'm going to go over how you fix this problem. Again, like I was saying, this is primarily for these batteries, but these are very standard batteries. I have already modded the Losi, and I will be modding the Vaterra. So I'm just going to put these two up for comparison. Actually, that's not really going to work. If you can see, I cut that right there to be shorter than that one. So it's just short enough. And now you can see that I'm going to put the LiPo in the opposite way, and it's just short enough to account for these battery leads, but it also still will be able to move the LiPo up forward and hold the LiPo in place. So I'm going to go ahead and take the battery strap now, and I'm going to flip it upside down because that's how it's going to fit best. And as you can see, you can actually push it down and mount it on the second hole, front and rear, so you have a really nice and tight battery in there, and it fits in perfectly. So how I'm going to do this mod is with scissors. You're going to most likely want to use scissors like these. These are Lexan scissors. These are the Team Associated brand, but brand doesn't really matter. I'm sure that you could use standard kitchen scissors and maybe a Dremel, whatever you really want to use. I just find that this is the cleanest way of doing it. So this LiPo actually does fit inside of the Vaterra, but as I said earlier, let's see if I can get a good shot on it. You can see that the battery doesn't actually line up with the casing. Maybe you can see it from that angle, but it actually allows it to touch the drive shaft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to go ahead and snip off probably a good 2 millimeters worth of material. let's see here. There we go. And that just came right off without any problem. If you have sandpaper or a Dremel, it would probably be a very good idea to go ahead and sand down the rough edge right there. I'm actually just going to take these curved scissors, and if you can see this, I'm just going to cut that down the slightest bit, and now the edge is nice and curved for me. And now I can take the battery and slide it in, and now I can slide it up forward just enough so that the battery stays securely in there. And depending on your battery, you might have to trim out a little bit more, but like I said, as long as the battery tray is protected or still has the large walls and up against the drive shaft, you'll be just fine. And you just use the pressure of the battery strap to push down on the battery. If you can't really find the right tension for the battery strap, just remember you can flip it over onto these ridges, or even put some duct tape or tape onto it, electrical tape maybe, just to create a little bit more thickness of the battery strap. But yeah, that's basically how you mod these battery trays to fit most batteries. And I really wouldn't worry about cutting the battery tray, because it is very safe, and you're not going to be ruining your LiPo battery. And if you're thinking about, oh, maybe it will ruin the value of the car, not really. In fact, you can't even notice it. So thanks for watching, you guys. I hope that this video helped you out. And again, I'm just going to promote this battery. This battery is really great, and I don't really know how many runs I have on it, probably 10, and no signs of puffing or voltage loss. So yeah, thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later.